Sort of questions?
Yep.
Okay. Xavier, their defense scored in their first five possessions, had 9 plays of 14 or more yards in the first half. What were they doing against you? What was making them so effective offensively, and what weren't you doing defensively?
Defensively, I feel like as far as those explosives, we just weren't, continuing to stop them on their routine plays, and we allowed, explosives through, whether that be a lack of technique, ATD, and finish.
Coach?
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, another slow start.
Yeah.
What do you feel like that's attributed to today?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't come out and we really wanted to get on top of them early, and be able, because we knew how explosive they were on offense. I mean, they were rushing for 250 yards a game. So, being able to do that and stop them offensively, stop their offense was going to be important. We didn't do that. And then offensively, we had our moments. It's some of it's penalties, off to a slow start that gets us behind the chains. But when we played penalty free, we were able to move the ball, which I was excited about that. But overall, we're not complimenting each other so we can be effective early in games right now.
Yeah, I would say one of the turning points, even though it was very early, it was 10-7. You had just scored, and they've got a 3rd and 12, and it looked like you were going to sack him.
Yeah.
He broke 2 arm tackles. Then he's still in a one-on-one, and you just completely juked your guy out. A guy could have had him for a 7-yard gain. He would have punted. You would have had momentum because you already had it from scoring. That just seemed to, all of a sudden, then they come down and score 17-7. That just seemed to be almost like a caricature of the game itself. The microcosm.
Yeah, I mean,
missed tackles. And,
we need to do a better job tackling. You felt that at times, being able to contain them and keep everything in front. The quarterback, we knew that was one of our keys to the game, was containing the quarterback. I mean, he's run all over the place this year and has done a great job, versus each opponent. So, and we've done a nice job on 3rd down. Today we weren't as effective. We were in the second half, but yeah, I mean, you could point to a couple things, on each side of the ball that really played into the outcome of the game.
The 87-yard connection that they had, do you think that was a defensive lapse, a good play by them, a combination of both?
Yeah, I mean, we were in man coverage as a 1-on-1 rep. They came down with the ball, and obviously when you're in man coverage at that point, he was able to outrun our post safety and get to the end zone.
Yeah.
So, we were playing a defense where we wanted to cage the quarterback and had some good layers to our defense where if he did step up, we were there to tackle him. So stayed in the pocket and made a throw too. So kind of lived by that.
in looking at the defense again, just what were your thoughts with the issues with the defense, or was it? Obviously, we give credit to Villanova too.
Yeah, I think it was we just talked about it a little bit, but just tackling. We do a better job tackling. And then when we get opportunities to get off the field, we have to get off the field. 3rd down is so important. Getting the ball back to our offense, continue to let them get chunk yards on 3rd down is what keeps. You're going to get worn out if you continue to do that. So that's an important down, and I feel like we were not effective today doing that.
Yeah, you talked about big plays. You gave up a ton of them. Yeah.
Big plays, explosive plays. That's obviously not a recipe to winning.